What is up, Retromaniacs? My name's Mike. His name's Joe. His name's EP. We're here to talk about cards. Everybody knows that recently the NFLPA pulled Panini's football license. We don't know what's going to happen with it, but there is some speculation. Fanatics might be able to jump in and make football cards. So we thought we would take it upon ourselves to come up with 9 pitches for what Topps should do with their football cards. I think it's a pretty good idea. How about you, Joe?
I took notes, man. I have
anybody notes? I have notes too. EP notes?
Yeah, I have notes as well.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
We are here. We will lay it out for them. They don't have to do any of the work. We already did the legwork. We're going to let you know what they're going to do. So I'll get started. My first pitch is you need to make Topps Laser. I don't know if anybody remembers Topps Laser. They made it in, I believe, only 1 year, 1996. But I should have an example here. I don't. They're laser cut cards. I want laser cut cards to be brought back. Really intricate, very difficult to get into a soft sleeve at points, but we'll work on that. But they had very few inserts in that. So we're going to have to ramp that up a little bit. We're going to have to do parallels. Obviously, every set that comes out is going to have parallels and autographs. But they did have a really cool insert called Stadium Stars. They were like a double card put together that you could actually open them up and it looks like a stadium. I think that would be pretty cool to bring back too with all the laser cutting. So yeah, my first pitch is bring back Topps Laser.
Mike, don't worry about the die cut. They make sleeves that have cuts in them already. You can slide those suckers in, you're set.
Man, no, what a day to be a collector.
What a day to be alive. Am I right?
All right, Joe. So your first pitch?
So I'm not going to bury the lead here. Come on, boys. Topps Chrome football.
Oh, shocker.
Come back to me. I need you. I'm not gonna drag it out. But I will say, a little bonus.
I like bonus.
I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
Go ahead.
We've got Topps Chrome, right? Obviously, beautiful cards. But if we have Topps Chrome, we also got Topps, baby, right? So we've got the Topps flagship. I got a twofer here. We got the Topps flagship. We got Topps Chrome. We are going to make both of those things, obviously, but I'm only going to talk specifically about Topps Chrome because that is what everyone wants to talk about. I don't have to go into detail about what Topps Chrome is. It's a gorgeous set, taking the regular Topps card. For those of you who are kids and only collect football and don't realize, think about Donruss and Optic, okay? It's kind of similar. You got the paper product, you got the rated rookies, you got the Chrome product. They stopped making Topps Chrome. They started in 1996, stopped making it in 2015. So my first kind of pitch, which they haven't done before, I want some of the first Topps cards of players that came out after 2015, kind of like their Topps rookie, right? I need that insert set, okay? I need a Patrick Mahomes, a CMC, a Josh Allen, a Kenny effing Pickett. I'm being shown up by lights over here.
What's happening back
We're
here?
getting so excited for Topps, man. We got the light show going and everything. But I want those those first Topps rookie type cards. Back in 2015, they actually made 15 different refractors. I think that's a little too much. We're getting into that select realm there. In 1999, they had 1. Okay, they had the refractors. So I'm thinking like something like 6, I think is a good happy medium. When I bought them in 2009, there were 5 or 6. So I think that's a good like refractor rainbow. And then I'm going to pressure just 1 to 2 autographs a box. Nothing more than that. Anything more is ridiculous. Toothpaste back in the tube, 1 to 2 autos. Make it $150 to $200 a box. I think that's where we need to be with Topps Chrome. Topps probably $100 a box. I think that's fair.
I'm buying.
Yeah, I buy 100%.
Well, we're getting a case. We're doing a case.
Well, yeah.
Case
At
crack,
least
right?
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Absolutely. Right. Okay. EP, your first.
My first one. There's going to be some very similar things going on here because I'm doing Topps Finest. Here's a 1998
finest.
Topps Finest Vince Carter rookie card, one of my favorite cards on my set. Again, chromium card. You got all the parallels, the refractors, all that sort of stuff. Same thing. And here's a more recent one. This is from this year's baseball. There's a green auto refractor of Tristan Casas. Just like, and so it's my favorite set, long standing set of all time. I love that it's for, again, referring to people who may have only collected football since Panini came over, took control of the licenses. It's very much like Mosaic, where it doesn't really have a flagship card that can go. But in my opinion, I believe the design is nicer, cleaner. I've always liked the designs, even when they went away from doing the chromium with the actual photo background and they did more of the cutouts with the designs. I still like those better, and the refractors have always looked great, and they do some cool inserts. It is like I wrote down on my notes. It's plus. It's Mosaic plus. It's Mosaic, but better in my opinion. It seems like the quality control is better as well. So I'm excited. I'm very excited about Finest. I believe that Finest, like Topps Chrome, is definitely one they're going to bring back. It's not very obscure. I think Finest is pretty much a lock to come back. And I know these were, I want to say $250 a box for the Finest. So I'd be willing to bet that the Topps Chrome might come in a little higher than that when they do Topps Chrome. So, but if they do football at $250 a box, like I've got 3 boxes of this. I'll be in on football 100% for that price. And Topps Chrome is almost commensurate with what the other prices are.
It's not $700 to $1,700 a box.
Right,
I think
exactly. It's something ridiculous. Yeah.
All right.
One question: peel
or
peel?
No peel?
Everybody wants to know.
This one here is not peeled, but when I sent in my Dirk, I peeled it before I sent it in, and it came back a 9, which was better than I thought.
Is your new set going to have a peel or not? Is what
I want it to have. I want it to have the peel.
Okay.
I want it to have the peel, but I wonder if the technology still exists because they don't do that anymore.
Doesn't matter. We're just making all this
We're
stuff
doing
up anyway.
Spitballing here.
Well, then keep this clean. Keep this.
Panini does put peels on like their metal cards, like the sets that are like all metal. So the technology is still around. I'm sure
let's do it.
Let's
do it.
All right. My second pitch. No shock here. Stadium Club. We need to bring back photographs of the game of football. Like, I don't know. People can say Panini has photogenic or whatever it is. Nobody buys that. Nobody even knows what it is. Bring back Stadium Club. We talk all the time about how Fleer Ultra Stadium Club, we miss the photography that is involved there. Go out, spend a little bit of money for some photographers and get some new photos, because Topps is really bad at rehashing photos. So let's go out there, get some new photos. We're making a Stadium Club set. It's going to be full bleed photography like normal. I mean, they still make it for baseball. Still pretty cool product, I think, for baseball, but we need it for football. You know, I was looking at some of the older inserts to it. You know, I don't want to do too much with the parallels in this set. Let's make the set not about parallels. We can do a gold version and we can do a first day issue. We need to bring back the first day issue. I don't know if they do those. I think they still do those for baseball, but make those a very limited run on that. But we're going to have autographs. You know, they had the co-signers in them. Do you remember those with the dual autographs on it? I know that's
really tough to pull, right?
Yeah, by other
crazy tough.
But yeah, bring back some of that stuff with some great players on it. Beam Team. Now, I know it started in basketball, but they did have them in football. Let's bring the Beam Team back. Like, what a great time to have an insert like that. I talk all the time about wanting to bring back insert cards and having them have some value to them. I think, you know, you look at Downtowns, you look at Kaboom, stuff like that. There's still a market for the right card. So if you make them a limited availability, I feel like that could still get over today. We're going to
case hits, make them case hits.
And you couldn't have a Stadium Club football set without the triumvirates. We got to have those. I know they still have them in baseball, but they're not. Yeah. They're nowhere near as cool in the baseball now as they used to be. We need to, I don't know exactly what you call that process. It was, I guess it was probably a laser cut chromium.
Yeah,
card.
Close to laser. Yeah.
So we need those back. Talking about, you know, since Joe said we have supplies where you can easily get them into the soft sleeve. Let's do it. Let's really do it up good. So yeah, Stadium Club football, bring it back. I just can't get the picture out of my head of Randy Moss mossing Charles Woodson, the greatest Stadium Club football photo of all time, in my opinion. So yes, bring back Stadium Club.
And Mike, you got another cheat there. Stadium Club Chrome.
Club Chrome.
Come
Yes,
on.
absolutely.
Chromium that.
Absolutely. All right, Joe. Second pitch.
My next one. This is super obscure. They only made it for 1 year. They made it in 2000. It felt more like a 99 product, but they had the 2000 rookies in it. Bowman Reserve. Now you're thinking to yourself, wow, that's the refractor version. No, this was the card. All the cards were refractors. Just such an awesome set. I want to say, Mike, what, 4 cards per pack, maybe? Like it was a pretty limited product. The rookies, all of the rookies were which were part of the set. I think it's 25 rookies were numbered to 999. So you could only make 999 complete sets of this. And spoiler alert, Tom Brady does not have a rookie in this. Could you imagine a Tom Brady in this set numbered to 999? So yeah, they only did make this for 1 year, but it's just a beautiful card. I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but 90s refractors just hit a little different.
They do. They do. True.
So yeah, I'm going to go with Bowman Reserve. They didn't have a lot. Like, it's not like they have refractors on top of refractors, right? So I would say maybe do one parallel type of refractor, maybe a gold version, and just have a numbered out of 10. The 2000 set, the one and only time they did it, they did not have any variation refractors. So maybe 1 or 2 maximum, because the regular cards, the base cards look so good. You really don't need to. Some of the inserts they had, I actually thought this was really cool when I was going back and doing the research. They had Pro Bowl jersey cards.
Stadium Club
actual used Pro Bowl, used Pro Bowl jersey cards. They had rookie premiere photo shoot jersey cards. Like, they're not selling you, or they're not alluding that they're game used or player. It was from a photo shoot. I'm okay with that as long as we know that going in. The Pro Bowl, I still think it would be cool. The Pro Bowl isn't as big as it used to be, but they still have some of those skills competition. Get a jersey from one of those and cut it up. I mean, you could do it. You don't have to do a ton with this set. It looks great just how it is. There's an autograph set. Again, 1 to 2 autos max per box. You can't just dilute the product. Put a couple of high-end autos in there. And I want to say there were only 150 cards in the set. I could be wrong. It might be 200, but I want to say it was a small set. So kind of tighten that set up, give us 1 or 2 refractors, and then put a couple autographs per box. I think you're set. I think this would be similar, maybe a little bit less expensive than a Topps Finest product, unless you want to make it even more limited and raise the price a little bit. But it's just, look at this card. I mean, this is the base. This is the base card.
Yeah. Great card. All right, EP, your second pitch.
My second pitch is a set. It's a little bit of a cheat. Topps Archives. Like they kind of did away with Topps Archives in baseball. They've been doing that set for years and years. What Topps Archives is, for anybody who doesn't know, is you take you are giving love to previous sets in the product by putting current players and legends on these cards. So back in 2012, I got a case of Archives, and it was and it was it's one of my favorite sets that I got. Tons of inserts. And they usually do about 4 sets worth of cards. So they'll in that year they had 1984 Topps Baseball, which is an iconic set, 1971 Topps Baseball, an iconic set, 1955 I think Topps. And so just like a really cool thing. Just imagine like getting a set where you get today's players and legends and today's rookies in like 1986 Topps Football, the iconic Reggie or Jerry Rice rookie card set. Just like so
Tom Brady in a 2000 Topps Chrome design. I would kill for that.
Well, that's my twist on this. Like for years, like they and also it's written down. Like, remember the 1,000-yard club inserts? Like you could bring back some of those. Like that'd be cool, and with today's players on them. But my twist, that set has always been about paper cards and then some cool inserts. My twist would be to put 2 chromium cards in per pack, 1 Finest and 1 Topps Chrome. So I think that would be a nice twist on it, and we'd be able to get some of these. One other thing that I like about this is that Topps has this history from before Panini got the licenses. Like, this would also like promote what like these cool Topps cards that some collectors maybe only know Panini. So it'll promote some of these other sets from the past. And I really think that's a fun way to market Topps and getting the football back, and also puts together a cool set that I think people are gonna be happy about. And the last thing, which I brought my prop for, is that the last 40 or 50 cards is usually they're SPs, and what they do is they take like this 89 Topps Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, but they put a different photo on it. So you get some of these iconic cards with a little bit of a different twist, and I think that's a really cool thing. So to think of the '86 Jerry Rice rookie card, but with a different photo from him, from his playing days. So I think it'd be a really cool thing to see that with today's players.
Okay, I like it. All right, my last pitch. Let me talk to you. In 2001,
he's got the pen.
I have the pen. In 2001, Topps made one time only a baseball set. It was called Topps Fusion. I have come across these cards in digging through my stuff, and I absolutely love them. So I want Topps to make a football card set of Topps Fusion. Now get this. In the set, you have 4 different types of cards. It was a hybrid set. You would get a Bowman's Best card. You would get a Topps Gold label. You would get a Topps Finest and a Topps Gallery. The numbers were all done like the certain card would if they ended in 1 or 6, they were all 1, or 2 and 7 were all another. And it was just like you would open a pack and you would get all of this good stuff out of one. Like it was all in one. Could you imagine a football card set with a Bowman's Best? And we're going to do like the early 2000s, like every card was a refractor. That was great stuff. Like the cards in it were so cool. And like even the Finest design of that year, it was like not like any other Finest set they ever did. It had its own design. So it was really cool. They didn't have much in it. Like the original ones only had autographs. They had relic cards and dual relic. That was it. So like you didn't find much in it. They're going to have to probably modernize it a little bit, but you have Bowman's Best, you have Finest, you have Gallery, you have Gold label. These are all sets that they still make baseball cards of. So you can steal the parallel levels and probably some of the inserts and stuff from your current baseball product and put them in there. But again, make them meaningful. Some of them can be easy to get, but make some of them meaningful out of it. The dual relics and stuff like that, I think are really cool. Like, let's bring back real stuff. Let's not go down to Walmart and cut up a jersey. If they're real relics, let's bring it back.
Just order them from Fanatics.
They
you don't want to do that. Don't just order them from Fanatics.
Although Fanatics will be making it, so who owns it? And nobody knows what it'll be. But yeah, I don't know why I am so enamored of this little set that probably nobody even remembers, but I love it. If you get a chance to look at any of the cards from that set, check it out, because they're just really cool. And I love the idea of having all those different cool sets packed together in one. Let's do it. We're going to score a touchdown with this one. The Hail Mary bomb. This will be the set of the year. I guarantee it.
So you are saying, and I completely agree, this is like Chronicles, but a million times better.
A million times better.
A million times
Chronicles
better.
Long
and we
before,
like Chronicles though.
Long before Chronicles was a thing. Let's point that out, that Topps did it long before. So
and we like Chronicles, so something like that would be awesome. Sure. Yeah. Well, Mike, you alluded to it.
Your final pitch.
You alluded to it. Topps Gold label.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Love it.
What's so great about this card is it was this and Flair Showcase, the dual, and Pacific Aurora, to be fair. The dual picture, I think, is what really, really cuts this. I mean, you've got the shine, you've got an awesome logo, obviously, but it's like the close-up and then the action shot. Absolutely love this card. Topps Gold label was like one of those premium sets. If you wanted a high-end back in the day, by high end, I mean a couple of bucks a pack, not like,
$4 or $5 a pack. Yeah.
Right. They still make Topps Gold Label baseball. I did some research. I know. I'm shocked as well. They only did Topps Label football from 1998 to 2000. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that at all.
And if you want to see a box break of 1998, check back in our old.
Oh shit, that's right. Yes, check back.
I should
the
put that
archives.
up in that corner up
Yes,
there.
right there.
Yeah, there
right
you go. Yeah.
there. I went through and looked at like the current baseball version versus like the late 90s, early 2000s version of the football. I was surprised that the levels all had like in total 17 variations this year in 2022 baseball, but also had 17 variations in 1999 football. So I'm okay. Keep the variations how you keep them. You know, it's like you've got the different classes, and then within those classes, you've got some variations of those. So hey, stick with the history of it. And it's more expansive of a rainbow than I think we're used to from that era. So keep that. My favorite insert from that era and that set, the Race to inserts. Remember those?
Yep.
The Race to Walter Payton, and it was a picture of say Barry Sanders, and then like this was Walter Payton, and this was Barry Sanders or Emmett Smith. The Race to Marino or whatever. Those type of things. The Race to Brady would be a cool set. The Race to, some of the Race to Barry Sanders now could be kind of like flip on its head a little bit. They only had 20 rookies in it. I'm guessing you'll have to expand that a little bit. In 2000, they only had 20 rookies. The one thing I want to steal though from the baseball version, framed autographs. I think those framed autographs look pretty damn cool.
Yep.
So that would be the kind of the modern twist to an old favorite kind of thing for me. Give me some framed autos and really, really, I mean, again, 1 to 2. Let's not overdo it per box and then roll with that. But there it is, Topps Gold Label. I think that could be a really like that, not high end, but like above the rest kind of set for football.
Love it. Always
awesome.
One of my favorite sets. Always. All right,
Same.
EP, your final pitch. The final pitch of the video.
Well, I brought Finest, which is I believe is a staple. I believe it's going to happen no matter what, but I'm going to push it just because I want to make sure it happens. I brought Archives, which is a love letter to the base sets of the past and help you promote the product and everything. Then I want one. My last one is just going to stand out. Literally, it's going to stand out. What about if we bring back Topps embossed? They only made it for like 1 year. It is very much like Action Pack. If you're familiar with Action Pack, which I know that they don't have a license to that with the cards where you can't really see it here, but the players and the names and the baseball bats and everything stand out off of the card. And so I want to bring that back for football and basketball.
And they never made football, correct?
They never made football. We did the research before. Before they never did a football one. So this will be the very first time they've ever done it for football. And I really think it would be an amazing set. And I think that would really, there'd be a lot of collectors who would have nostalgia for Action Pack and for Topps embossed for that 1 year. And there's no Action Pack products as far as I know. There's very few like embossed things out there right now. So I think
don't make any of them.
Yeah, that would stand out and be something that I think a lot of collectors for nostalgia and also people opening up new stuff like, oh man, this looks pretty cool. I think that would be a fun product.
Kind of like a Upper Deck Ovation a little bit too. Like it's not as popped up as Action Packed. It's just got a little bit of that vibe to it. Yeah,
a little bit of texture.
I'd buy a box.
A little bit of texture across the front. Yeah, yep, 100%.
Big fan of embossed. All right, well there you go. I know Michael Rubin is a watcher of all our videos, so I would anticipate that all of these will be made probably pretty quickly, right?
Yeah. Yep. Which one are you guys hoping for the most? Maybe you have one we didn't think about and talk about. Leave it in the comments below because I'm curious, especially.
Or which one of our pitches?
I was just going to say, I think
we like to make everything a competition here, and we can't decide amongst ourselves. Try to avoid it. Let us know in the comments which set out of the 9 that we pitched would you buy?
Yep.
So, other than that, I think we're done. Michael Rubin, let us know. All right. See you guys.
See you, boys.